Hey everyone, Techni here with another fantastic keyboard review from Durgod. We have the Durgod Taurus K320 10 keyless keyboard here. Alright, so how about the name they're using right there? First off, right? The Taurus, right? The zodiac sign. You're talking steady, persistent, solid, trustworthy, and tasteful. And yes, it covers all of them right here. Let's take a look at it. Alright, so what'd you think about the close-ups right there? I think it's pretty stinking sharp. Again, it's kind of minimalistic, but it gets it done. It has some like class and pizzazz. You can either use it in the office or on your gaming desk, and it'll really suit both situations just perfectly right there. But as far as in the box, you're going to get the keyboard right there. They're going to give this little Velcro tie and then a sticker right here as well. They'll give you your manual, which really isn't needed. I mean, we're talking 10 keyless here. Pretty simple. Nothing really confusing like a lot of those 60% we've been reviewing lately, right? You get a keycap puller right here. They're going to give you a USB-C to USB-A right here, and then a C to C. Now these cables are a little bit different here. The C to C is quite a bit short compared to the C to the A here. Now, and I'm sure why this one's shorter is because they figure most people are probably using this on Mac, which is honestly where I use it most of the time as well. And of course it plugs right into the back of the screen right there on your desk, so you don't need this gigantic long cable right there. It's pretty nice. I really appreciate this being a lot shorter than this one, so I don't have this big bulky cable right where my Mac is. Alright, so a couple quick things about the K320 here. Now this board, as you can see, I have the white one here. We got some white caps with some very light gray ones over here. It also comes in a black variant with some dark gray and then black caps on the outside. It also comes in the black one with a white backlit. This one here actually is no RGB, but it also comes in a RGB version now, which is completely black with RGB underneath, and the price varies. This one I have right here with no RGB, and also the black one with no RGB is right at 99 bucks, I believe. When you get into the RGB one, it's 130 bucks. But hey, you all know me. If I get the option to save some money and cut out the lights, I'm gonna save some money. And that's honestly where I think this board shines. Again, you're talking 100 bucks, but you're getting every penny's worth. You're not buying any fluff. You're not spending extra money for fluff. Yeah, I'm sure the RGB one looks awesome and it's crisp, and if you're into RGB, you have that option. But me, again, I'd rather go buy a mouse with that 30 bucks or save up a little bit for a mouse with that 30 bucks, you know what I mean? And again, you got crisp, solid board here. And talking about this board being incredibly well built, as you can see, the frame right here is pretty thick, and it is very thick plastic with just about no flex whatsoever. You have the metal base right underneath here, but the cool thing about that metal base, and you see the plastic lip right there, you might be able to tell if I flip it this way. As you can see, it comes up right there, but where that metal base is right in here, it comes up. So it's not just straight across like a lot of the boards we see, and I know the camera can't pick it up right there, which is a real shame. But anyways, where the plastic pops up inside there, that metal base comes up within it as well, which prevents any of that flex right there. Again, it's just sturdy on every single side right there. No flex whatsoever. You know, this is what that And Pro 2 needed actually. So that goes along with the rest of the board. I mean, it is solid. You got some nice weight to this thing. It doesn't feel chintzy by any means. Again, no flex whatsoever. Just really, really solid, and it feels incredibly durable. And that also goes for the keycaps here. As you can see, we have double shot PPT keycaps right here, and these things are solid, and they feel absolutely fantastic on the fingers. By the way, this keyboard is using the Cherry MX style. I have a Cherry MX Reds right here, so if you want to change out your keycaps, any of them will really fit it here, but honestly, there's no need to change out the keycaps on this thing because these keycaps feel fantastic. Now, talking about the keycaps and the Cherry MX switches, I'm using red again. Let me go on and give you a quick sound test, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so as far as that sound test right there, it sounds solid, it sounds crisp, very nice combination with the very thick double shot PBT keycaps and everything, but I'm not sure if you're able to catch it in a mic right there. There's not really a tingy sound within this board. It's more like a bell sound, right? It's kind of like a low pitch, and it just radiates through. Now, I'm not too sure if that's because I have the non-RGB version and it can radiate through the switch right there where that light should be, or if it's because the keycaps are raised a little bit out of the frame. If we can catch it right there, you can see them just coming up just a little bit. So I'm not sure which combination it is, again, whether it's being the non-RGB or the keycaps being raised right there. But again, It's not a really high-pitched tinny sound. It's very low pitch, just this bell that kind of radiates through it, you know? The other thing I really like about this keyboard, as you can see, we have the Mach switches for the stabilizers right there. And every single key, like let's put the spacebar on here, and you can see whenever I press it anywhere, it goes down and it feels even no matter where you press it, whether it be in the middle or the side. So we'll press the side, and you can see there's just about no give on the other side. Same over here. Now one cool thing I really like, as you can see, we have our light indicators right there above the arrow keys as far as cap lock, number lock, Windows lock, all that. I really love the location of them because honestly, whenever I'm typing or working or whatever, gaming, something like that, I like, bam, they're right there. Some keyboards we've seen them up towards the top or right above here, above the home page and all that stuff. I really like them being right there because I'm just working, bam, I can see it right there, and it's just really convenient location. All right, so a couple other things as far as build here. As you see on the bottom, you get those 5 rubber feet, but I honestly wish there was one in the middle somehow. I don't know, because they got the USB right there, but I wish there was one there just to bounce it out a little bit. Again, I said there's just about no flex in the board, and there really isn't, because I got to lean really hard into this thing to get it to go down right there in the middle where that 1 foot is missing. So yes, I wish there was one right there just to kind of bounce it out, but again, it never affects you. You really got to put your whole body into it to make it even flex back there, so I guess it doesn't matter, but I just would have liked it to be balanced out. Now, also on the bottom of the board, as you can see, you have 2 pop-up feet right here to suit your preferred angle. Honestly, I never use any because you kind of have that built-in angle, as you can see right there, where it raises up a little bit on the bottom, and it's really nice, just a perfect ergonomic feel right there when it's sitting flat. Also, another touch on the bottom board is the USB little slot right here, where you can just kind of tuck your cable in and it get going to whichever side of your desk you prefer. I wish every keyboard implemented this within it. Now, one other really cool thing I love about this keyboard, as you can see the notches within your USB-C port right there on the bottom of the keyboard, and this also applies for the A to C and the C to C USB cable they give you. As you see this cable right here, you have the notches on the side of that as well. You can take it, bam, it'll just kind of slide right into there, clip it in, and it stays in there perfectly secure. I mean, that is the best I have seen on any keyboard yet. That is super cool. All right, so we are now in the Durgod Zeus software here for the K320 keyboard. Now, one quick thing is a real stinker. As y'all know, I've been loving my Durgod Hades keyboard, and that actually uses the Durgod Hera software to adjust that and everything. So why not make them both use the same? Again, the K320 has to use Zeus, the Hades has to use the Hera right there. So it's kind of, why not make them both use the exact same? That's a stinker right there. But anyway, straight into it. Let's go on and select our keyboard here. And it's pretty awesome, really. This is really cool because it shows a spitting image of the keyboard right here. Bam, select your key, and you can customize it to whatever you want right there. Adjust your macros and whatnot. And then, of course, over here in the RGB, we have the non-RGB version, so we can't adjust it. So again, as far as the software, you don't really need it unless you want to remap some of your keys. But again, that's that. It's simple. So as far as that software, again, you really don't need it, but it's very simple to use. I love how they give you a spitting image of the keyboard right there. I really, really love that. It's big and it's bold and you really know what you're using. But again, the really thing that's a stinker, again, is how the Hades and then this one use 2 different ones. Let's just have one basic Durgod software that controls everything. Now, the one stinker about that software, in my personal opinion, I wish there was a quick option just to switch this keyboard over to a Mac variant where I get my command and options key and everything. Sure, I can go into my Mac computer and adjust them and everything, but I wish there was just a quick option right there, like bam, I can have my Windows variant, bam, and then I can switch right over to my Mac, because honestly, I use this thing primarily on my Mac. Now, there is one thing that kind of upsets me or that I don't like about the keyboard here, and I'm not sure how well the camera will pick this up since I got these lights on and everything. Again, going off the white version here, as you can see, we got the gray keycaps, the white keycaps right here, as I'm just like, where's Waldo just poking up behind the ear, right? But anyways, gray keycaps, white keycaps, and then look at the frame. It's almost like an off-white or a little bit of a faded white. I'm not sure if that's how they meant it to be, but I would have preferred the whole frame to be that really crisp white, just like the keys right there, because again, now it kind of looks like you got 3 different colors right there. I usually keep this right on my Mac right there, and I like my keyboards and mice to be white when I'm using my Mac right there. But again, I really wish that frame was a spitting really crisp white, just like the keycaps. All right, so my take on the Durgod K320 keyboard here, I really like it. Coming in at 99 bucks, I feel like you got a really solid product here. 10 keyless keyboard and everything, double shot PBTs. I mean, this thing is heavy duty. It's really solid. You got a couple variations you can choose from it too. Like I stated, that black one, the black with the white LED, or the RGB one. You get in the RGB one, again, you're around 140 bucks. You know what I mean? But I really like how Durgod is really kind of giving us these options, and honestly, every keyboard I have used from Durgod so far has been phenomenal. Like, seriously, if you haven't tested this company out, you need to really try them, because again, from the Hades to this one right here, I mean, they're both just jaw-dropping, just durable, solid products. I'm really excited to see what else they can bring us. But hey, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for some future tech videos. Hey, I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye now.